Hey everyone, we're about to dive into this really fascinating story coming out of Kenya. It's all about how everyday farm animals can be turned into powerful financial tools. It's a mission to fight poverty by, well, unlocking wealth that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time.
So let's just jump right in with a pretty wild question. Can a cow become a credit card? I know, it sounds a little strange, right? But this is the big idea behind an incredible innovation that's changing lives for rural farmers. Stick with me and you'll see exactly how it's not just possible, it's actually happening.
Okay, so here's the fundamental problem we're talking about. All across rural Kenya, you have millions of farmers who own livestock. These are assets worth a lot of money. But, and this is the crazy part, that wealth is completely locked away. They can't use it to get a loan, they can't use it to pay for school fees, or even handle a sudden medical emergency.
So let's really dig into this concept of locked wealth. I mean, what does that actually mean for the people who are living this reality day in and day out?
Well, there's a term for it: asset-rich, cash-poor. Imagine for a second that your entire life savings, everything you've worked for, is tied up in something you can't easily spend or borrow against. You have value, you definitely have wealth, but you have almost no cash to work with.
For so many families, especially women and young people in these communities, their wealth isn't sitting in a bank account. Nope, it's literally in their backyard. We're talking about their cattle, their goats, their chickens. These animals aren't just a source of food. They're the retirement plan, they're the children's inheritance, they're the entire economic foundation.
And relying completely on livestock like this, it creates what is basically a financial dead end. So you have to ask, why doesn't the formal banking system recognize this very real, very tangible wealth? Let's take a look.
Just think about the massive disconnect here. A bank in the city. They get it. They understand collateral, like a house, a car, stocks. Why? Because there's a title, a deed, a clear paper trail. But when that same bank looks at a farmer's herd of cattle, they see nothing they can work with. There's just no formal system for them to value it or secure it.
And the consequence of that is just devastating. Without collateral that a bank can recognize, these farmers are completely shut out of the system. That means no loans to buy better seeds, no insurance to protect against a drought, and really no way to join the formal economy. They are, for all intents and purposes, unbanked and totally invisible.
But what if there was a key to finally unlock all of that value? Well, this is where a really amazing, mission-driven company called Imfuyo comes into the picture. And they've got this brilliant three-part solution.
Imfuyo's entire reason for being is to build this bridge. It's all about connecting the farmers and their very real wealth to the financial system that has, up until now, completely ignored them. And they do it with a really simple but incredibly powerful model. It's built on three pillars that all support each other. First comes education, then you have data, and finally, that leads to finance. It's a powerful cycle. So let's break down how each piece actually works.
You know, everything has to start with knowledge. So through the Imfuyo Farmers Academy, they run these programs right there in the farmers' own communities. And they're not just teaching abstract ideas, they're giving them practical skills in financial literacy, modern ways to manage livestock, and this is crucial, record keeping. This all works to build confidence and create a solid foundation for everything that comes next.
Okay, next up is the engine of this whole operation: data. Imfuyo collects information on the farmers and their animals, creating a formal record of their assets. This is what makes them bankable. And here's where the real magic happens, all thanks to a key piece of Kenyan law that passed back in 2017. This law allows movable property, and yes, that includes livestock, to be officially registered and used as collateral. And just like that, a cow can become a bankable asset. This one legal shift changes literally everything.
And you should know, this is not just some small local project. No way. Imfuyo is built with a really sophisticated global structure. You've got the team on the ground in Kenya working hand in hand with farmers. Then there's a tech company in the US building the digital backbone for all of this, and a nonprofit foundation that connects global partners and donors directly to the mission in Africa. It's a really smart setup.
So, all of this sounds great, but what does it actually mean in the real world? Let's take a look at the incredible transformation from just owning livestock to building a real livelihood.
So far, Imfuyo has already impacted hundreds of farmers all across Kenya. So this isn't just a theory, right? It's a proven model that is changing lives on the ground right now.
And the results, you can see them. Farmers are actually generating more income because their animals are healthier, more productive, and better management means families have a stable source of food. But maybe the most important thing is this:
By giving them access to the economy, Imfuyo is helping to restore their dignity.
But hundreds is just the beginning. Imfuyo has a much, much bigger and more ambitious vision for the future, and they're actively looking for partners to help them get there.
This number, right here, this is their North Star, 10,000. It's a big, bold number, but it represents 10,000 families, 10,000 communities, and 10,000 livelihoods completely transformed.
So their official goal is to enroll 10,000 farmers into these empowerment programs by the year 2026. This whole mission is about scaling their impact and really advancing food security all across these rural communities. This quote from Reverend Peter Kenyengo, who is the director of the Imfuyo Foundation, it just perfectly captures the spirit behind all the numbers and the data. It's about empowerment, it's about sustainable change, and for them, it's about fulfilling an even deeper mission. So, if this story has inspired you and you want to see more of what they're doing, you can follow their whole journey or even learn how to get involved. You can find everything you need at their website, which is imfuyo.farm, and you can see the impact firsthand on their YouTube channel, @Imfuyo. And that really brings us to a final, pretty powerful question. Imfuyo's model proves that immense value can be found in places where we least expect it. It really makes you wonder, what other hidden economies, what other forms of untapped wealth are just sitting out there, waiting for the right key to unlock them?